Welcome to today's presentation on Pragmatism and Constructivism at the Crossroads, Singapore's digital diplomacy and cybersecurity initiatives. My scope is as follows. Singapore's foreign policy dances a pragmatic tango, expertly navigating the global stage with strategic savvy and a tech-forward twist. As a trailblazer in digital diplomacy and cybersecurity, the Lion City roars as a global leader, marrying innovation with its hard-nosed realpolitik. This blend of cutting-edge tech and diplomatic chess is not just smart, it's a masterclass in pragmatism seen through the kaleidoscope of constructivism. In essence, Singapore's approach is a fascinating playbook on using technology to sculpt international relations and security landscapes. Firstly, Singapore's digital diplomacy. Digital diplomacy refers to the ways in which states use information communication technologies to transmit information to state persons, diplomats, or as in the case of public diplomacy, foreign publics. So the basic building block will be the Smart Nation Initiative, which was launched in November 2014. It has aims to transform the nation through information and communication technologies to improve living standards, create opportunities, and build cohesive communities. It's built on three specific pillars: the digital society, digital economy, and digital government, which is supported by robust systems and the involvement of the public, private, and people sectors. So some projects you would have seen will be things like Life SG, which streamline government service access, or SingPass, which provides digital transactions. But one initiative which is rarely mentioned of will be Codex, which is a shared digital platform between government agencies and private sectors for collaboration. On a more international level will be digital economy agreements, or DEAs. DEAs are actually pivotal in enabling digital trade and setting international standards, fostering e-commerce, regulating technology, protecting consumers, and encouraging digital inclusion. Singapore is actually at the forefront of this movement, exemplified by two significant DEAs. First of which is the Digital Economy Partnership Agreement, which is a partnership with Chile and New Zealand, the first digital-only trade pact. The second of which will be the UK-Singapore Digital Economy Agreement, first trade agreement between Asia and Europe. These agreements support digital economy growth, secure data flows, and enhance consumer protections. Singapore's leading role in DEAs underscores its commitment to leveraging digital innovation for global cooperation and economic advancement. Secondly, is a topic that cannot be alienated from digital diplomacy, and that is cybersecurity and its role in Singapore's foreign policy. The rising significance of cybersecurity in national security and international diplomacy is underscored by an escalating global cyber threat landscape. Notably, the 2019 SolarWinds breach and the 2021 Colonial Pipeline cyber attack illustrate the profound impact of cyber threats on national security, economic stability, and international relations, affecting thousands of organizations and critical infrastructure. From Singapore's perspective, as a leading financial center and a hub of technological advancement, prioritizing cybersecurity is crucial for protecting its digital infrastructure and sustaining its economic competitiveness. This approach reflects an understanding of the interconnected nature of cybersecurity challenges and their broader implications on a nation's security and its standing in global diplomacy. So first of all, the basic building block, the Cybersecurity Act. This act establishes a comprehensive regulatory framework focusing on the critical information infrastructure protection, mandatory incident reporting, and outlining the Cybersecurity Agency of Singapore's or CSA's authority. It mandates operators of critical information infrastructure to report cybersecurity incidents, including those involving suppliers, ensuring supply chain security. Additionally, data centers and cloud services are subject to tailored light touch regulations necessitating incident reporting and adherence to cybersecurity standards. The CSA has the power to designate systems critical to key events as requiring enhanced security, and entities like autonomous universities who hold sensitive data or are performing essential functions must report cybersecurity information to the CSA for added protection. In addition to the Cybersecurity Act, the introduction of the Digital and Intelligence Service or DIS within the Singapore Armed Forces addresses the increasing challenges of disinformation and cyber threats. The DIS focuses on developing cyber capabilities, safeguarding SAF's networks, and enhancing operational intelligence and resilience using advanced digital technologies. This initiative underscores the importance of the digital domain in national security, with the DIS collaborating with various national agencies to fortify Singapore's digital defense infrastructure, one of which is the CSA. The DIS also holds the potential to initiate and strengthen international relationships through the means of bilateral or multilateral exercises, fostering mutual trust and cooperation in global security efforts. On an international level will be the ASEAN Cybersecurity Cooperation Strategy. Singapore actually spearheads ASEAN cybersecurity efforts through the ASEAN Singapore Cybersecurity of Excellence, aiming to elevate regional cyber policies. The Cybersecurity Agency of Singapore plays a key role in forming the ASEAN Regional Computer Emergency Response Team, or CERT, to facilitate cyber incident sharing and improve national CERTs, enhancing response coordination and protecting vital sectors. Singapore's commitment extends to proposing and funding the ASEAN Regional CERT, highlighting its leadership in regional cybersecurity. Having spoken on both digital diplomacy and cybersecurity strategies, Singapore's approach is clearly one of pragmatic governance. So this approach actually echoes philosopher John Dewey's principles and is characterized by three fundamental elements that are vividly reflected in Singapore's actions. First of which is the ongoing policy experimentation. Singapore continually tests and evaluates its policies for the effectiveness in addressing challenges, and is evident in their reforms to the Cybersecurity Act on April 3rd, 2024, and the establishment of the Digital and Intelligence Service within the SAF. These steps represent Singapore's commitment to evolving its cybersecurity framework and defense capabilities in response to emerging threats. Secondly, collaborative policymaking. Singapore emphasizes collaboration across government, citizens, companies, and NGOs, drawing on the diverse experiences and expertise of these stakeholders. Projects like Codex and the formation of DEAs showcase how Singapore integrates insights from various sectors to create a more inclusive and comprehensive digital policy. Lastly, context-specific focus. Singapore tailors its strategies to the unique context of the issues at hand, which is crucial for practical and effective governance. The establishment of the ASEAN Regional Computer Emergency Response Team exemplifies this approach by addressing regional cybersecurity needs and challenges, fostering a cooperative environment for tackling digital threats. Therefore, we see that Singapore's foreign policy approach in digital diplomacy and cybersecurity strategies are driven by pragmatic governments. But why would that be? The best lens to view Singapore's pragmatic approach would be through the lens of constructivism. At its core, it focuses on how social interactions, ideas, and norms are more important than mere material factors or incentives. So Singapore's strategies in digital diplomacy and cybersecurity can be seen as both influencing and being influenced by international norms and practices. This dual process reflects constructivism's emphasis on the mutual constitution of agents and structures, as seen through the formation of the DIS and the Cybersecurity Act. So another example which contributes to international norms will be Singapore's leadership in establishing DEAs. So this establishment serves as a pioneering effort to create new international norms around digital trade and governance. Another example will be Singapore and its partnership with the ASEAN Cybersecurity Cooperation. Singapore's role promotes cybersecurity cooperation within ASEAN, and these efforts establish regional norms and practices to enhance collective digital security. And I would argue that Singapore is actually a norm entrepreneur. Singapore acts as an entrepreneur in the digital realm, actively participating in the creation and dissemination of new norms related to digital governance and cybersecurity. In conclusion, to summarize this presentation, I believe that Minister for Foreign Affairs Vivian Balakrishna's comments on the importance of public diplomacy to combat misinformation best highlights Singapore's foreign policy approach. It starts by building a basic infrastructure, garnering public support, and then building it to become a global community to support one another and build cooperation and partnerships. As such, Singapore shines as a digital strategist on the global stage, blending tech innovation with strategic diplomacy to set the rules of the game. Singapore is a trendsetter, pioneering digital agreements and cybersecurity norms that shape the international playbook. With a pragmatic approach and a flair for collaboration, Singapore navigates the digital domain, turning challenges into opportunities and leading the charge into the future of global relations. Thank you for listening to this presentation.